Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. A blank canvas. Every great creation starts with an empty space full of potential. Imagine an artist standing before a blank canvas, brush in hand. At first, there is nothing, just an empty surface. But with each stroke, colors and shapes begin to form, turning what was once nothing into a masterpiece. Similarly, Genesis 1:1 reminds us that God started with nothing and created everything. Just as an artist sees the finished painting before the first brush stroke, God had a divine plan. Before speaking the world into existence, this verse encourages us to embrace new beginnings, trusting that even in empty or uncertain moments, something extraordinary can take shape. Genesis 1:2. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. A sculptor's vision. Before a masterpiece takes shape, a sculptor begins with an unformed block of stone. Imagine a sculptor standing before a rough, unshaped block of marble. To the untrained eye, it looks like nothing, but the sculptor already sees the masterpiece within. With each careful chisel, the form begins to emerge, bringing order out of what was once shapeless. Similarly, Genesis 1:2 shows that before creation was complete, the world was formless and empty, yet God's Spirit was already there, preparing to bring structure and life. In our own lives, we may experience seasons of uncertainty or disorder, but just like the sculptor shaping stone, God is always at work, forming something meaningful out of what seems like chaos. Genesis 1:3. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Flipping the switch. A single spark of light can change everything. Imagine walking into a completely dark room where you can't see anything around you. You feel lost, unsure of where to step. But the moment you flip the light switch, everything changes. Suddenly, you can see clearly, and what was once hidden is now revealed. Similarly, in this verse, God's command brings immediate transformation. His words alone bring light into the darkness, establishing clarity and direction. This mirrors how God works in our lives. When we feel lost, confused, or trapped in uncertainty, His presence brings clarity, purpose, and hope. No matter how dark things may seem, His light has the power to change everything in an instant. Genesis 1:4. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, separating gold from impurities. A goldsmith refines gold by separating it from unwanted materials. Imagine a goldsmith refining raw gold. When it is first extracted, gold is mixed with impurities, making it unfit for use. Through intense heat and careful separation, the goldsmith removes what doesn't belong, revealing something pure and valuable. Similarly, this verse shows how God, after creating light, separated it from the darkness. It represents His ability to distinguish what is good and purposeful from what is not. In our own lives, we face choices between light and darkness, truth and deception, good and evil. Just as God separated light from darkness in creation, He calls us to discern between what aligns with His truth and what doesn't. True wisdom comes when we allow Him to refine our hearts, removing what holds us back and embracing His light. Genesis 1:5. God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. A new day begins. Every sunset marks an ending, but every sunrise brings a new beginning. Imagine staying up through the night, feeling exhausted, uncertain, and restless. But as the first light of dawn appears, a sense of renewal washes over you. The night fades away, and a new day begins. bringing fresh opportunities and a chance to start again. Similarly, this verse shows how God established the cycle of time, giving structure to creation by defining light as day and darkness as night. It reminds us that life moves in seasons, and with each new day comes renewal. No matter what challenges we face, God's design assures us that darkness is never permanent. Just as the morning always follows the night, His presence brings new beginnings, hope, and purpose in every season of life.